Hey guys, welcome back to the Cold Classic Kid Show, and today we're talking about Volition because well, they're done. And by the way guys, sorry if I look tired. Had like a 7 or 8 hour session playing Starfield. Totally lost track of time. It's 6 in the morning, but obviously I have to make this video to discuss this news because kind of just hit, and basically no one was at all surprised for good reason because, well, man, let's get into it. Let's just read the news and get the logistics of what's going on. So this is from Volition on LinkedIn, and an update from Volition. The Volition team has proudly created world-class entertainment for fans around the globe for 30 years. We've been driven by a passion for our community and always work to deliver joy, surprise, and delight. I'd argue that wasn't much of a thing as of recently. This past June, Embracer Group announced a restructuring program to strengthen Embracer and maintain its position as a leader in the video game industry. As part of that program, they evaluated strategic and operational goals and made the difficult decision to close Volition effective immediately. To help our team, we are working to provide job assistance and help smooth the transition from our Volition family members. We thank our customers and fans around the world for all the love and support over the years. You will always be in our hearts, Volition games. So yeah, Volition is done. And like I said, I'm not really at all surprised. I mean, what are the last few projects that they did? Obviously Saints Row 4, which was not at all a good Saints Row game. Had some fun out of it, but I went to replay that game like a year ago. I literally went to replay that game when Saints Row Reboot came out, and it's god awful. It's unplayable. The gameplay is just so not entertaining at all. And I mean the jokes. I mean it's funny, but it's just not a good Saints Row game. It's not anything to that level. Get Out of Hell. Personally, I don't remember Get Out of Hell. I'm pretty sure I played it at least a little bit. I mean, it's Johnny Gat, so I don't know if it was well received. Perhaps let me know in the comment section down below because I really don't remember. Then you have Agents of Mayhem, complete total abomination. I heard it was an absolute broken piece of crap at launch, and yeah, it was a big nothing burger. And lastly, the final nail in the coffin being the Saints Row reboot, which, man, was everything not Saints Row, catering to a bunch of Gen Z dorks that didn't buy the game and didn't give a crap about it. A company, Volition themselves, spitting in the face of their user base while making a game that nobody wanted, and they wondered why it failed. No, it's amazing how they could be surprised. And shout out to the Ash and Luca, who actually added me on Twitter to show me this message, and she posted basically what sums it up, man. IGN made an article discussing Saints Row developer Volition has stated that it is not backing down following fan backlash to newly revealed reboot. Yeah, they went at the fans pretty harshly. And yes, clearly, Luke is just sipping because, yeah, I mean, this is what you get as a developer. You choose to disrespect your fan base, not listen to your fan base, try to basically ditch your fan base for a new fan base that has no interest in you. This is just what happens. And I saw Luca getting some shit, and F off, man. Really? It'd be nice if more people spoke out at the time when Volition, was being disrespectful as hell to their community, the people that essentially kept them in business, right? It would have been nice if maybe you would have spoke out then. More people speak out against stupid developers that say stupid things, that don't understand that the people that they disrespect actually, buy their products, basic common sense, right? But then I'll also shout out to Kev here, who puts it pretty plainly, how it started. And yes, the same picture, how it's going, the end. And personally, it's one of those things now where the Saints Row reboot is basically the pilot crap that's now being that's basically shovelware for subscription services now. It's coming to PS Plus in September. Um, yeah, I I don't care. It's sad that this is the case because I mean Saints Row, 1 and 2, some of my all-time favorite 360 games, man. Even Saints Row 3 was a fun time. And those games will probably die now. It's sad that that's the case, but even Volition themselves said that they regret making those types of games. And mind you, this is the same developer that made The Punisher. And then they go on to basically say, yeah, we're ashamed of our previous games, and we're gonna make this new woke ass piece of shit game that's a reboot of our most beloved franchise. And yeah, they wonder why that people, the community said, "Well, you're trash, and we're done with you, and we're not buying your game. Peace out." That's really what it is. And now you're peacing out because, well, it's over. And it's sad because this could have went a totally different way, or at least I hope so. Another issue with Volition is that they would release games that were heavily bugged and broken. One of many studios in the industry that feel like it's completely acceptable to do this, and it's not. And it's going to continue to result in, well, the closure of your studios. And it's sad that's the case because this is not a developer that's been around for a few years. No, they had 30 years of making video games. It's not to be taken lightly. They were in it for a very long time. I highly doubt that anybody there that was still there, up until the closure of the developer. I doubt any of the old heads are still there, but even so, the lineage of this company goes back, pretty much a huge span. This company's older than me. All right. No, wait, I guess we're technically about the same age. I'm 30. The company's been making video games for 30 years. Maybe they're about a year older than me or two. But yeah, it's crazy to think that a developer can go downhill so insanely by adhering to the current acceptable politics. And yeah, you can fall in line with acceptable politics or being politically correct, but that does not translate to good entertainment. That doesn't translate to money. That doesn't translate to having a fan base that actually cares about you. And yeah, like people are just dunking on you at this point because you deserved it. And that's really all it boils down to. And I guess, the saga of the Saints Row reboot comes to a close in what is like the most obvious scenario. And, I've been ripping on the game because it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to the Saints Row franchise. The shame is last year I was saying, man, imagine what we could have gotten if they chose not to make a politically correct game. If they managed to make a game that actually, revisited Saints Row in a tasteful way that, the longtime fans actually wanted. Because longtime fans didn't want this BS reboot. Longtime fans wanted a lot of the old characters. They wanted a remake of OG Saints Row. I think that would have been amazing, especially since apparently, I don't know if it's Saints Row 1 or 2, the code is gone for those games, I think. So it would have been awesome to have gotten that. But no, they had to go down another route that nobody wanted, nobody asked for. And this is why Volition is just done. And you know what? I'm sad. I am sad because, like I said, we could have gotten better things, but unfortunately, man, stupidity just got in the way. And like I said, releasing broken game after broken game, you begin to. I think that everyone saw them from a AAA developer to past few years a AA developer at best. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this news. It sucks, but it's very much expected. I hope that the gaming industry learns from this. I think this is definitely a good learning lesson. If you want to do the stupid stuff that Volition chose to do with disrespecting their fan base, with making games that nobody asked for, and adhering to, political correctness, what is socially acceptable, this is what happens. And it doesn't happen to every developer, but it happens to a lot of them. If you're on shaky ground, you better rethink what you're doing. But yeah, guys, if you can like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Twitter or Kick if you guys would like to continue the conversation. Trying to get to 200 followers on Kick, so any assistance is greatly appreciated. And guys, while I be and I'm out. Peace.